Hello, this is Blur Noise, and I'm going to show you how to make a follow loop in RPG Maker 2. So you need a couple variables here, more than a couple actually. Player X, player Y, event X, event Y, move X, and Y. And this is how it's going to go. Alright. I already kind of started this tutorial and the phone rang, and I didn't think you guys want to listen to me talk on the phone, so here's the beginning. So basically it's going to be getting the info from the database, performing the formula, and then after that it's going to actually do the basically conditions to determine what direction to move to. It's basically data game info load. Right here, data game info load. So our player X is equal to party X variable number 82. Do that for the next following two. Both are at the bottom. So then we want to go to event control, event info load to get the event basically info from the database, which is going to be our event X equal to event X 67, and this one 68. If you find these variables kind of confusing, basically I normally wouldn't name it event X, I'll name it enemy whatever or whatever it's being used for. As you could tell, that could get confusing. So the formula is very basic, but this has so much potential and so many great things you can do with it. So basically move X is going to be player X minus event X. It's going to be basically the location you want to move to minus where you are, where the event is in this case. And we do the exact same thing for the Y, but the Y variable is right here. Alright, so I already have a copy of my clipboard here. Okay, so basically you're going to get either a negative, a positive, or a 0 as your result, and basically that's going to determine your result whether it's negative or positive. So in this case, when move X is equal or more than 1, basically that means the event will move east. Now you notice I have this commented out. Now if you're going to actually incorporate the bias directions, you're going to have to actually incorporate this condition as well, basically the other axis. Because for the bias directions, you're never, basically both axes are always going to be a positive or negative value. None of them are going to be 0. But for east, west, northwest, you're going to always have one of these that are 0, one of them that's going to have a value. Just copy that. And for west, it's going to be less than negative 1. Okay. Now if you want the event to say stop right next to the player, pick 2. So negative 2, 2. In this case, going to try to occupy the same space, but it's not really going to be a huge issue in this case, but if you're wondering how to do that. I'm just going to do the basic northeast. It's going to be a very choppy movement, and as you can tell with my speed there, it's quite fast, so it's not going to look that great, but it doesn't matter for this case. So for the Y's, X's are always going to be 0. We're going to comment that out because we don't need it for this case. So Y is equal or more than 1. That is going to be south. Finally north, which is negative, so less than negative 1. And to determine the bias direction, it's really quite simple. Basically, say for northeast, take this same condition for Y, and then nest it with the basically the X condition for basically what you may call it east. So you noticed. For the y-axis, the x's are always so basically it's a combination of basically those two for the bias directions. So if you are adding those, remember to put these zeros here because it's not going to work too well. So that is the script. make sure you set it to action. Place into your event. It's already pre-made here. Follow. Randomly pick the waitress and put it right here into motion. And into event placement to place onto our map, which I believe I already have. Yeah, I think I already did. Yep, yep. And here we go. There you go. Notice it didn't actually start moving until the player moved, because basically there are no coordinates to move to. I don't think the game automatically registers the variables. You're gonna have to do it yourself. You could see what you could do. Let's go into the follow. And put that on top of the loop so that way it's gonna check right away. This should work. Yeah, see? So there you go, that's how you make a follow loop. If you want to make it move away, just basically switch the directions. The less than east end, switch the negatives for the positives, and then they'll move away. And even with this code, say I wanted to get this event to move like right here, I just input those coordinates to set the player X. So there's a lot you could do with this stuff, even for checks, you know, all sorts of different things. So that's how you do that. If you have any questions, leave a comment and I'll try to help you out. And that's it for now. Thanks for watching and have a good day.